plays a significant role in edge computing. They have ASICs, they have FPGA, they have accelerators that run in very small form factors. And I use Intel's Myriad X VPU extensively in accelerating, vision inference. Now, one of the things that becomes more complex is the growth of generative AI and foundation models. So if you look at foundation models and generative AI, right, it is very cloud centric, and they are running on clusters of GPUs, and they require a lot of horsepower. So where do you see Gen AI and edge meeting? Are they going to be two different silos, or are we going to see convergence? What is your viewpoint on this?
Yeah, no, I don't think silo is the right word. I think edge or cloud native, whatever it is going to start leveraging Gen AI to be a lot more effective manner. I think that's sort of the way I see about it. I mean, if you think in terms of, say, cloud native, for example, right? How this would help cloud native. The other day, I was looking at a YouTube video, and I saw a tool called as Kate's GPT. Now, this is a tool for scanning Kubernetes clusters, diagnosing and triaging issues in simple English. You don't need to remember your deep Kubernetes commands. You can just say in English, and it'll help you triage. It'll translate that English using NLP into your Kubernetes commands, and it'll start giving you that data. So I'm really excited about the ability to bridge generative AI and cloud native together, essentially. Lots of different ways. If you think in terms of predictive capacity planning, there is a complex relationship between workload characteristics and existing resource use patterns. So you can use that to predict future resource and use it more accurately. Automated infrastructure provisioning could be derived from that, where I could say, help me understand what are my predictive use patterns, and then based upon that, provision my infrastructure automatically. And that's my language model that is already done. Anomaly detection is another one. It's much of an art than as a science. So that's where you can train your models on normal patterns or behaviors within a cloud native environment. These models can then be used to detect anomalies or deviations from the expected behavior. So that's another element that I'm excited about. Performance optimization, synthetic data generation for test and validation of your models, or rather your workloads, and then auto generating code and configurations. I think you could start leveraging this in a whole different direction. And that's my point. As I said in the beginning, AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Generative AI is here to stay. Let's embrace it. Let's figure out, there is resistance is futile, as they said, right? So it's important that you understand how this is a very powerful tool that you can leverage for your benefit, your advantage, and make it work for you.
Absolutely. I did deploy Kate as GPT, and it looks very promising. I think that is where the cloud native world meets the Gen AI world. Um, I've also seen agents that can generate kubectl commands for errors that your control plane generates. So it's a fascinating intersection of cloud native with LLMs.
Yeah, I mean,
Awesome.
let me give you an example. For example, Jim Zemlin talked about it in the LF board meeting, and he said that earlier it would take them 6 to 9 months to create a Kubernetes certified developer exam. Now it takes them a week. I mean, this is massive, right? There is still a human element involved because generative AI is still a bit stupid because that's where the human element comes in. So you got to make sure it tweaks it, it looks consistent, but leverage it as a tool to be more effective.